Hello there. For the court and the scriber, can you please state your full name for us, please? My name is John J. Collins. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Mr. Collins, and thank you for joining us. Now, you were both the defendant and the accused teacher. Can you please tell me what they both were like in school? Kind of set a groundwork for their character. Oh, I'd be more than happy to. As for the defendant, well, Alistair was always a wonderful student. Excelled in his studies, never turned in his homework late, was a prime, and proper student. Always asked questions, always was quiet during class, paid attention, never ran his mouth. He was a good student, a very good boy. As for the accused, well, Andrew was the exact opposite. He was always arguing with me. He was rude, nasty, and he had the weirdest opinions about dragons and werewolves and magical creatures in general. He thought you should treat them with respect, and that there are good ones just as there are bad ones, same with people. Like, can you believe that? Like, honestly, I don't know where the youth nowadays is getting their ideas from. Well, I'm very sorry that Andrew was so difficult for you. At least you had Mr. Alistair to kind of make the class worthwhile. Can you please, for the court, tell us what subject you teach at Ilvermorny? Oh, but of course. I teached Defense Against the Dark Arts. Unfortunately, because I was the only teacher at Ilvermorny who didn't let Andrew and Alex just get away with anything because of Alex's unique situation, I got fired from being a professor at Ilvermorny. All because I voiced my opinions on having a werewolf cub as a student at my school. Especially when I showed concern about Alex constantly leaving the school whenever a full moon came around, which is a couple times a month. He was missing studies, and clearly every time he did, Andrew would do his work for him. So there was plagiarism and laziness. And again, Andrew was very vocal about his naive opinions on how Wizenkind should treat magical creatures and those who are werewolves. He unfortunately needed a lot of attention and discipline from me, seeing as I was the only teacher who did that. All the others were scared of him and Alex and what they were capable of. It's why I was the only one brave enough to come today and speak out against him. I lost my job because of him. Like, I'm fearful for my life, and yet I am here speaking out on the behalf of my colleagues who were scared of Andrew and Alex. Well, I'm very sorry, Mr. Collins, that your life was so thrown out of whack. All because people were scared of a little kid. You may step down now. I have no further witnesses, Your Honor. If Andrew's counselor has no witnesses himself, I believe we can bring this trial to an end. I will decide when this trial is over with, Counselor. This is still my courtroom. Do I make myself clear? Of course, Your Honor. I meant no disrespect. I apologize. Uh-huh. We'll see that it does not happen again. Mr. Drake, do you have any witnesses? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I do. They are on their way right now. I just got a confirmation text. They will be here very, very shortly. If we could have a quick 10-minute recess, that'd be much appreciated. I have no problem with that. A 10-minute recess is definitely in order. We have been in session for almost 2 hours now. I'm sure your client would like to get some fresh air, stretch, get something to eat and drink, as per the defense. So yes, a 10-minute recess is more than okay. Once we reconvene, you may bring your witnesses to the stand and you will have your turn to have your say. We are now in recess. Court is dismissed.